There is a specific kind of poison that kills dreams before they are ever born. It is the poison of praise. We live in an era where the first instinct of the modern mind is to broadcast. We have been conditioned to believe that if a goal isn't shared, it isn't real. If a workout isn't posted, the calories didn't burn. If a project isn't announced, the progress doesn't count. But the Stoics knew a truth that we have buried under the noise of digital validation. Power is gathered in the dark and dissipated in the light. When you speak of your intentions, you are engaging in a dangerous form of self-sabotage. Psychologically, when you tell someone about a grand ambition, the business you're going to start, the body you're going to build, the discipline you're going to master, your brain receives a premature reward. It feels the satisfaction of the accomplishment without having done a single hour of the work. You have spent the social capital of your success before you've earned it. You are full, but your stomach is empty. This is why the winner chooses invisibility. To be invisible is not to be small. It is to be strategic. It is the monk mode of the ancient world. Marcus Aurelius did not write his meditations for a publisher. He wrote them for himself, in the mud and the cold of the Germanic frontier, while the rest of the world slept. He was not performing for an audience. He was forging a soul. Consider the physics of a steam engine. If you open the valves and let the steam escape into the air, you see a cloud, you hear a hiss, and then the energy is gone. It is gone forever. But if you keep the valves shut, if you contain that heat, the pressure builds. That pressure is what moves the pistons. That pressure is what moves the train. Most people are living with their valves wide open. They are constantly hissing their plans into the atmosphere, wondering why they never have the momentum to actually move. Every time you say, "I'm going to do this," you release the pressure that was meant to drive the action. The art of invisibility is about sealing those valves. It is about becoming a closed system. When you work in secret, you are not just hiding your work, you are protecting your focus. In the silence, there is no one to tell you that your idea is too big. There is no one to tell you that you aren't ready. There is no one to give you a pat on the back for an unearned victory. There is only you, the work, and the truth. The Stoics taught us to differentiate between what we control and what we do not. Your reputation, what people think of you, is completely outside of your control. To seek it is to hand over your happiness to the whims of the crowd. Epictetus warned that if you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid with regard to outward things. Invisibility is the ultimate application of this. You allow people to think you are doing nothing. You allow them to think you have failed. You allow them to think you are unremarkable. While they are busy managing their image, you are busy managing your reality. Imagine the power of a man who does not need to be understood. Most people spend half their energy explaining themselves. "I'm doing this because..." or, "Wait, you don't understand my vision." A winner knows that explanation is a form of begging. When you explain yourself, you are begging for permission to exist as you are. The invisible man does not beg. He executes. He knows that 6 months of focused, silent work will produce a result so undeniable that it will require no explanation at all. How do you implement the art of invisibility? It requires a period of monk mode, a strategic withdrawal from the social marketplace. This is not about being antisocial. It is about being pro-purpose. It means choosing the library over the lounge. It means choosing the early morning solitude over the late-night gossip. It means becoming a ghost to those who do not contribute to your growth. During this period, your only witness is your own conscience. This is the hardest part of the protocol. Most people cannot handle being alone with their own efforts because they don't actually like the work. They only like the idea of being seen doing the work. Invisibility acts as a filter. If you can't work when no one is watching, you weren't meant for greatness. You were meant for performance, and performances end when the lights go out. But when you build in the dark, your foundation is made of something stronger than vanity. It is made of character. There is a terrifying power in the man or woman who can disappear for 6 months and return as a completely different person. While others were chasing the dopamine of the announcement, you were chasing the discipline of the execution. The world is shocked by the overnight success, but the invisible winner knows there is no such thing. There were only the nights in the dark. There were only the hours of secret labor. When you finally emerge, you do not need to announce your arrival. Your presence will be felt. The way you carry yourself, the depth of your knowledge, the results of your labor, these things radiate a frequency that cannot be faked. Why do winners work in secret? Because they know that a fire contained is a fire that builds pressure. When you keep your mouth shut, that energy has nowhere to go but into the work. Every time you feel the urge to tell someone how hard you're working, you must realize that urge is actually a sign of weakness. It is a plea for external validation. It is a confession that your internal fire isn't enough to keep you warm. The Stoic protocol for success is simple. Let your actions be your only witness. Do not tell people your philosophy. Embody it. Do not tell people your goals. Show them your results. Become a ghost to the world so you can become a giant to yourself. The world does not need more talkers. It needs people who have spent enough time in the silence to have something worth saying. Work in the dark, build in the silence. Let your invisibility be the shield that protects your greatness until it is too heavy to hide.